Good afternoon and welcome to Mansion Park Stadium and the commencement ceremony for the 142nd graduating class of Altoona Area High School. I'm Paula Foreman, the school district's Community Relations Director, and we are pleased to be able to bring you this graduation ceremony live from Mansion Park Stadium. Thank you to our very own Mountain Lion Television crew for assisting us with this live stream broadcast. Joining me tonight are two of our Altoona Area High School counselors who have worked closely with these graduating seniors, Bridget Rogan and Tracy Biesecker. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening, Paula.
Tracy, you and Bridget probably know most of today's graduates as well as anyone in attendance this evening. Let's talk about some of the highlights this year. What are a few things that you'll remember about the class of 2018?
Well, Paula, there's a lot of things, and for the sake of brevity, and you can get into detail later, but this has been a very energetic, kind, respectful, and compassionate class as a whole. They have embraced all that Altoona Area High School has to offer. They've engaged in a wide variety of activities in all of our clubs. They've served our community for 3 straight years in a row, raising money for a number of causes, excelling and winning numerous awards in all the sports, music, and theatrical endeavors, and excelling in the classroom. They have done so many great things that I just don't have time to talk about each one of them in detail. In the process, they've had many great times and memories shared, but they've also experienced death and grief through the loss of 5 of their own classmates who are greatly missed: Emma Ocker, Ryan Bear, Madison Heaton, Danielle Hurd, and Cole Rinker. All of these experiences combined have brought them closer together. This class of 2018 has demonstrated incredible resiliency and gained an understanding of the bigger picture in life and what is important. I and Miss Rogan and the entire school staff could not be more proud of our class of 2018. It has been a pleasure and an honor to get to know them and work with them for the past 3 years. We know they're going out into the world and doing great things. We wish them only the very best as they move forward, and we will greatly miss them.
Wow, what a nice testament, Tracy.
Thank you.
So we have 547 graduates. They're starting to process in now. Bridget, a vast majority of these new graduates are already making plans or have made plans for how they can use their Altoona High School diploma as a stepping stone to prepare for the future. I'm sure they're experiencing a lot of emotions right now as well as their families sitting here. In fact, I witnessed that the other day as they were getting their caps and gowns. Some were excited, some were very anxious, and even a little nervous or scared to take that next step. So Bridget, let's talk to you a little bit about the class of 2018 and their post-secondary plans. I know that we do a senior survey with the kids. Give us some of the information that we gained from that survey.
So 69% of our students are planning on attending post-secondary education. 13% of students are electing to serve in a branch of our armed services. 6% will be directly entering the workforce. We also additionally have 1 National Merit finalist and National Merit Scholarship winner, Ethan Catcher. Additionally, we have 5 seniors who are recognized as Advanced Placement Scholars. They are Abigail Frank, Joseph Hoff, John Keating, Andrea Scott, and Ethan Catcher. And then additional to that, we have 22 Presidential Academic Excellence in Education winners.
That's pretty impressive as well. One of the significant accomplishments to note is the service-oriented efforts put forth by not only the senior class, but all of our Altoona Area High School students. This is something that we seem to note each year, but I think it's one that continues to impress and one that has to be noticed because I think that's such an important part of education as a whole. Collectively, students donate their time, they raise funds, they collect items as an outreach to the school community as well as our Altoona community at large. Monies raised have been donated to the local food pantry as well as other community organizations. Many of our students and families are supported by these organizations, so I think that's really important. The importance of community service is something that is instilled not only in our students at the high school level, but at the elementary and junior high levels as well. And our staff and our faculty do a wonderful job supporting those endeavors. Many of our senior students participate in community service, serving daily as part of their curriculum. And earlier this week, I don't know if the two of you were out, but we had about 650 students and 64 of our teachers and out all around the community, cleaning up our city gateways, our parks. Were the two of you out?
No, we had to work in
Unfortunately,
our
I was
offices.
not. I had to work, yeah.
Oh, that's
We had a
right.
lot
We had
to
lots
do.
to do to get ready for graduation, but I know that a lot of the students said that they really enjoyed themselves, and a lot of the teachers had such positive things to say about how hard the students worked and what a great opportunity it was for them.
And they look forward to it every year.
Yeah, I calculated, kind of one of my anal tendencies, but I calculated the number of hours when you took that many students for that amount of time, and collectively it was about 3,500 service hours, so
Wow.
all in one day. So that's pretty good. And I want to make a shout out to Robin DeShong, who's our
Oh,
science teacher,
Fantastic,
who
yes.
coordinates all that and does a great job. So the members of the class of 2018 have also played a significant role in many of our academic clubs that have competed at both the state and national levels this year. Those clubs competing at the state and national level included Future Business Leaders of America, Environthon, Speech League, Scholastic Scrimmage, and Technology Student Association. The Foreign Language Club, they won a total of 76 awards competing in academic and non-academic competitions this year in French, German, and Spanish. And another proud moment for the Altoona Area High School was being named the 2018 U.S. News and World Report Bronze Award for the best high schools. So again, testament to our students, our faculty, our staff, and you folks as counselors as well. So I think the two of you may need to head your way down to the field. So we're going to say goodbye to you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Paula.
Good luck. As Tracy and Bridget head to the field, they will be calling out the names of our individual graduates this evening. So as the procession of the graduate begins, let's take a few minutes to preview tonight's ceremony. Altoona Area High School Superintendent Dr. Charles Prietel will serve as the presiding official. Senior Natalie Holsey will sing the national anthem. Class member Delaney Igo will offer the invocation. The vocal ensemble, which is our AHS chorus, will sing And Wherever You Go, and that's under the direction of Mrs. Kelly Sipes, the high school's choral director. 4 of our graduating seniors will address their classmates this year: salutatorian Ethan Catcher, salutatorian Megan McConnell, valedictorian Sarah Corso, and class president Bryce Dunio. Principal Andrew Neely, who is completing his second year as the head principal, will give the class a message before my two partners for today's telecast, Bridget Rogan and Tracy Biesecker, will introduce each of the graduating seniors individually. Each student will receive a handshake from Board President, Mr. Dutch Brennan, and members of the Altoona Area School Board. Senior Gabriella Pacharka will lead members of the class of 2018 in the singing of the alma mater, followed by the benediction, which will be given by Senior Jacob Will. So a couple things about our valedictorian, Sarah Corso. Sarah is an ambitious and adaptable student who will be studying international relations at George Washington University in the fall. One day she hopes to work for the U.S. Department of State or an American embassy in Europe. According to Mrs. Biesecker, she can see her in France because of how well she has done in AP French this year. Salutatorian Ethan Catcher. Ethan is one of those students you expect you'll remember forever. He is outstanding academically, athletically, and personally. Next year, Ethan will be attending Cornell University to study biology with the intention of someday curing a disease. Megan McConnell is a joy to be around. She's always so positive and upbeat. She has a huge passion for helping others. She will attend Penn State Altoona in the fall to study biology and pathology, and then will continue on to medical school. Megan is very involved in numerous school activities where she won awards and served as a leader and captain. She is very well liked and respected by her peers and our school community. Megan loves spending time with her dog Rigby, and she is obsessed with peaches. The whole senior class is aware of this, and it is one of their class colors this year. Megan is also extremely artistic and loves to paint, watercolors to be specific. Her goal is to find a way of combining her passion of art and medical in order to help others. Mrs. Rogan has every confidence in Megan that she will reach her goal, and she will surely be missed. Class President Bryce Dunio. Bryce has been so wonderful to work with over the last 3 years, has a passion for politics and government, so it's no wonder that he became the class president, and he has plans to become a lawyer one day. He will love learning everything and he can about democracy and the law-making process at Dickinson next year. So as our graduates continue to process, just a couple more things about the class of 2018 and some of our accolades this year by our seniors. We had 6 senior all-state musicians. All-state band was Ethan Catcher. All-state orchestra, Jesse Hamilton and Mackenzie Detweiler. All-state vocal jazz, Natalie Holsey. And all-state chorus, Carrie Stoltenberg and Gabriella Procharka. The AHS Jazz Ensemble was one of 2 high school ensembles selected to perform at the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association State Convention at the Lancaster Convention Center in April. In preparation for that concert, the music department commissioned Paul Murtha to write 2 of the arrangements for the Altoona Area School District Music Department, which featured all-state jazz vocalist Natalie Holsey. The event was an honor, and the musicians served Altoona proudly. On the athletics side this year, we had several district championship teams as well as district champions individually. The boys volleyball team was the District 6 champion for the 3rd year in a row. The golf team, District 6 champions for the 2nd year in a row. Jessica Stevens was the District 6 singles girls champion in tennis. And the boys soccer team also brought home the District 6 championship. In track and field, Tyler McClellan took an 8th place indoor state medal in the pole vault and a 5th place tie in the PIAA State Outdoor Track and Field Championships. In wrestling, we had 3 District 6 champions, 1 in senior Parker McClellan. Regional competition, McClellan placed 2nd, moving on to the state competition, where he earned a 2nd place finish at 220 pounds. And our Altoona Area High School gymnastics team, again, were the league champions. We had 16 student athletes commit to play intercollegiate athletics at the Division 1, 2, and 3 level. This year, Javion Queen will be playing football next fall at Colgate University, and Tyler Delozier will be on the St. Francis track and field team. And we had 14 seniors commit at the Division 2 and 3 level. One thing I wanted to note as well this evening is our drama club and their production of The Drowsy Chaperone. This year, The Drowsy Chaperone, under the direction of Ben Cossiter, involved over 100 students in grades 10 through 12 in the spring production. Members of the cast and crew received 12 Isaac Award nominations, and the results were very positive in favor of our Altoona High School Drama Club. Winning Best Supporting Actress was Natalie Holsey. We were runner-up in Best Stage Crew. 2 Mount Aloysius $4,000 scholarships were earned or won by Emily Holland and Miranda Pezzanola. We were runner-up for Best Choreography, McKenna Dugan. Runner-up, Best Dance Number for Show Off. McKenna Dugan won MVP. We received all student orchestra recognition. Jen Worley was awarded a Penn State University Altoona $2,500 scholarship. Riley Eckenlobe won Achievement in Design. Jacob Wilt won Best Actor in a Leading Role. McKenna Dugan won Best Actress in a Leading Role. And As We Stumble Along was the Best Musical Number. And overall, the production won Best Production. So congratulations, Mr. Ben Cossiter and the members of the Altoona Area High School Drama Club. A job well done. And finally, a congratulations to the retirement of David Poole. Mr. Poole has 42 years of service with the Altoona Area School District, and Cindy Kansky, along with Joy Esright, Mary Bennett, Beverly Hetrick, Deborah Barrett, and Doris Grassmeyer. We will miss you all, and best wishes in your retirement. So we're getting close to the beginning of the ceremony, and at this point we'll wait for the graduates to fill in before Dr. Priyatel welcomes everyone here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Class of 2018, friends and family, welcome. It was approximately 52,560 hours ago that we all met each other in September of 2012. And now here we are, June of 2018, ready to take our first step out of high school and into the real world. This is exciting and terrifying all at the same time, to leave the comfort of our classrooms that we have all become so accustomed to. But at this moment, I ask you to join me in prayer. Dear Lord, as we prepare to leave the friends that have become family and say a final farewell, we pause to count the many blessings that you've laid before us. We thank you for the mentors you've blessed us with during difficult times. As we prepare to leave the building where we found ourselves in, we count the blessings it was as we all grew together. Although it's hard and scary, it's exciting knowing that you, Lord, will be watching over us as we begin a new chapter in our lives. And for that, may we all be blessed. Although most are ready to move on, let us not forget the blessings that you have given us within the walls of AHS, from the fields to the classrooms and the young men and women that we have become. We thank you for the struggles we had that helped make us stronger, the victories we shared together, and we thank you for this day, our last time together as the class of 2018. Fellow classmates, at this time, I would like to address the elephant in the room. As I look out at all of you, I can't help but acknowledge the seniors who can't be with us today physically, but who I know are here in spirit, who can't accept their diplomas like we all can, who can't throw their caps in the air to celebrate their success like we all can. I would like to take 5 seconds of silence to represent the 5 seniors who can't be with us today. Let us never forget those amazing students who are without a doubt watching over us. Finally, we take a moment and thank you for blessing us with those who have made such a tremendous impact on each and every single one of us. We give our thanks. We thank the teachers, principals, and administrators who helped us in every single way that they could. We have been very blessed by them. We give them a big thanks for the blessing we were given with Mr. McGinnis, who looked out for each and every single one of us through every step of the way, who went above and beyond for every single kid that reached out to him, who has your love in his heart. We also owe him thanks for getting us out of trouble as much as he could. He's a real one. I thank you, Lord, as I am blessed to have this opportunity to speak in front of each and every single one of you guys today. As we remember those who cannot be here with us today, we also take a moment and thank those who have lifted us off the ground when we felt we couldn't get back up on our own. We take a moment to thank those who have guided us to this moment. This is the end of an era, and if you ask me, the class of 2018 is absolutely one of a kind. Fellow classmates, thank your parents and any other person in your life who has given you unconditional love and support. Lord, as the class of 2018, we thank you for the ride it has been. Congratulations, seniors. You earned this. Thank you.
Happiness. Good evening and welcome to Mansion Park. This evening we honor the 142nd graduating class of Altoona Area High School, the class of 2018. The opportunity to host this momentous occasion at Mansion Park has allowed all the families and friends to celebrate with their graduates. But in the unlikely event of a thunderstorm, including lightning, all spectators will be required to exit the stands in the stadium to return to their vehicle. Graduates and on-field guests will be asked to follow the instructions of their row leaders, and the ceremony will then reconvene 30 minutes after the last lightning strike. Hopefully, we're going to have a good evening and not have to worry about that. At this time, I would like to introduce our platform guests. Assistants to the Superintendent for Secondary Education, Mr. Brad Hatch. Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education and Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Patty Burlingame. And the Altoona Area District Board of Directors, Board President, Mr. Dutch Brennan, and board members, Ms. Sharon Bream, Mr. Bill Segler, Mr. Dave Francis, Ms. Kelly Irwin Adams, Mr. Ron Johnson, and Mr. Ed Cruz.
Before I begin, I just want to say hello, welcome, congratulations to everyone who is graduating today, and thank you to everyone who has joined me on this incredible, unforgettable journey, and anyone who has helped me along my way. In the constantly changing and increasingly uncertain world we live in, the importance of planning for the future has been emphasized to the point of exhaustion. Despite this, many, including myself at times, fail to see the benefits of future preparation. As a result, we find ourselves continually looking backwards, aiming to accomplish the impossible goal of reclaiming the past, instead of working to construct a brighter future. This recently became apparent to me with the opening of a letter I had written more than 2 years ago. At the end of Mr. Staudenauer's 10th grade chemistry class, every student composes a letter addressed to him or herself that is safely kept until the conclusion of senior year. A few weeks ago, I got my letter back. As I rediscovered the thoughts and feelings of my 10th grade self, I was specifically struck by the goals I had set. Everything I wanted to achieve in high school was laid out on the paper in front of me. After finishing the letter, I came to a realization. Following years of hard work and dedication, I could proudly say that I had achieved hardly any of the goals I had set years ago. My initial thought was, well, this is silly. Why did I even bother proposing these to not follow through on them? I failed. I wanted to travel back in time, right the wrongs I had committed, and accomplish my high school plans. But as I reflected on my time at AAHS, it occurred to me that I had gained invaluable relationships and irreplaceable experience that I would have missed out on had I tried to live differently. Had I worked through high school, desperately aiming to attain the goals of my past, I would have missed the unparalleled fun and friendships of the golf team, the drama club, the tennis team, foreign language club, and more. I would have limited my own future happiness to what I had previously envisioned. What this made me realize is that preparing for the future is a necessary part of striving for success and finding fulfillment, but not for the reason you might expect. Setting goals should not be a rigid guideline for living life, as this leaves oneself trapped in an effort to claim some ephemeral idea that has already passed by. Instead, goals and dreams act as a broad roadmap with hundreds of undocumented stops, twists, and turns. With each of these, a new adventure, and the destination is typically different than intended. However, the journey itself is simply more enjoyable and rewarding. As we graduate and begin exploring the world, we must continue to plan for our futures, not so we can force ourselves to live the life we think we should have or the life others want us to lead. Instead, we look to the future so we can take the first step towards following whatever path life takes us on. If we continue embracing the future instead of restricting ourselves with the past, each and every person will discover their own fulfilling life. Now is the time to continue setting goals, and now is the time to embrace this future. Now is the time to become the person you never thought you were going to be. Once again, I thank everyone in the class of 2018, and congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2018. I am proud to say that I am and will always be a part of this class. We are the class of many firsts. The first class to finally beat Hollidaysburg in a tennis match in 10 years. The first class to give Mr. Folger his own smartboard team. The first senior class to be traveling to a European country in almost 30 years, 10 days from now. And most importantly, Mr. McGinnis's first senior class. Obviously, we are very special in many different ways, and many oddly different ways. But that's what adds character. Therefore, I wouldn't be Megan McConnell if I didn't have a peach to accompany me. I did not come up here to talk about how I highly succeeded in high school, because I cannot give you a simple answer. People tell me, Megan, it was your dedication, your admiration, your learning, and your constant drive. But they're wrong. It was fear. The fear of reality after high school pushed me to push myself, and the dedication, the admiration, and the drive just followed. Class of 2018, this world is becoming more complex each day, and it's not going to get any easier. We need to be able to adapt. Otherwise, we will incessantly tumble down the everlasting ladder of advancement that our past generations have set for us. And you can thank or curse Charles Darwin for this theory. That being said, I would like to share some advice. It's okay to be selfish at times. Hold your own dreams. Find yourself before you find your career. Find what you love and what you are passionate about. For me, it's being the first person in my entire family to go to college and graduate, and grow my own peach orchard, but that'll come later. Find and snatch those opportunities, because you will regret those you only thought about taking. After a dear classmate of ours was diagnosed with cancer, I spoke to her maybe 10 or 15 times before she passed. We were best friends since I was 6th grade. And to this day, I have that burden forever on my shoulders simply because I was too scared to talk to her. Do not let fear hold you back. I also want you to remember that life is not fair, and that that's the ugliness behind reality. In the end, however, we are only given one life in this world, and you must make the best of it. But there's also beauty in reality. There is not one right path to success. Many of you sitting here today are not going to college, and you can and will succeed in life regardless of the path you take, and you must make the best of it. A special someone told me to choose from your heart and not the head. For me, that's still to attend college to cure disease, but for each of you, it's different. That's what adds character and beauty to this world, genuine happiness and peace. With a girl who's completely obsessed over Taylor Swift, a star athlete with a full ride to college, and a future Snapchat weatherman, and a not-so-French baguette. I believe this class in particular will dramatically change our community and our society for many generations. The most difficult aspect of reality is the impact of those around us. Find those who make you smile and laugh all the time. Those who accept all of your baggage. Those who help you when you are most vulnerable. The people who want to see you prosper are those you need in your life. However, in today's reality, you will not find many people like this. So do not degrade yourselves into possessing many friends. The benefits of having one true best friend equals those if you were to have a dozen friends, if not more. I have seen and experienced too many broken relationships to continue trying to be liked by everyone. I find that I lose my identity, who I truly am. We do not get to choose if we are hurt in this world, but we do have a say in who hurts us. And whether you like your choices right now determines those you keep and those you need to let go of. I like my choices, and I hope you like yours. Also, always stay close to your family, no matter how many times you have been angry and yelled at them for the little things. For the past 17 and 18 years, they have put up with us. And especially after this summer, once a lot of us have moved away, our parents will not know what to do with themselves after maybe celebrating the first week, but parents whose kids are staying with them for another 4 years, I'm sorry you have to put up with them. Yes, Mom, that includes you. But seriously, family will always be there in one form or another to encourage us. Class of 2018, we are the class of We Made It. Keep in mind that no matter how much you do, enough is never enough, because more can be done. Make that extra effort, and it will make you noticed by the world. Answers and recognition are not given to us. We must work for it. Do not give up because it's the easier option. Do not let reality get the best of you. You make the best of reality. Remain young and afraid, fall in love, make mistakes, learn from your experiences, and embrace your memories, and laugh about them. When you're feeling upset, Fortnite and Vines are the cure. And that's all you can do. Live day by day, and may each day be the peachiest one. I know mine will. So I'll leave off with this. Behind you, all the memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all you love. And within you, all you need. Thank you, and God bless.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah Corso. Some of you may know me. Some of you may know of me. Some of you may never have heard of me. And that's okay, because I don't know all of your names either. There's a lot of us here, and in case you can't tell that there's a lot of us, just wait until they start reading off the names. There is 547 of us here. 547. That's awesome. Before I really get into this speech, I'd like to quickly thank my family, friends, and family friends, Jason Morris, this is your shout out, for their support. And to all the teachers who have encouraged me throughout these 12 years, especially Julie Good, Jen Lowe, Mike Steininger, Eric Zolnak, Veronica Skamra, and Marshall Faust. I'd furthermore like to thank the administration for allowing me the chance to talk with you all today. To everyone that I mentioned, thank you. Your support of me has meant the world. So I remember coming to last year's commencement ceremony, and when I got home, I overheard someone's annoyance at the content of one of the speeches. Last year, one of the top students in our school said that school sucked. And this irritated person who heard that school sucked didn't focus on anything else that the student said in her speech. Simply that school sucked. That was the only message that she got from that speech. And that's because people who are not in high school like to think of high school as the best years of our lives. The best years of our lives? I should hope not. Why are these 4 years meant to be the peak, the pinnacle of our lives? Why can't we work toward making the rest of our lives better than these past 4 years? Why does it have to stop here? It's only in the past 4 years that we've started to become aware, that we've started to realize the importance of our personal beliefs on the world stage. We are the next generation, after all. It's about time we started acting like our opinions actually matter, because they do. We matter. But for right now, I'd like to talk with you all about awareness. Awareness is paramount in our society, where every distraction and every piece of information are at our fingertips. We need to be aware of ourselves, be aware of others, and be aware of the world around us. It is only when we've achieved these things that we can truly begin to comprehend the world that we live in. The Socratic method, established by the Greek philosopher Socrates, is a line of questioning that will leave you dazed, confused, and talking in circles. Socrates would go around asking people questions that are difficult to understand, let alone answer. For example, Socrates would ask someone, "What is love?" And the response would be, "It's an emotion." But then Socrates would ask, "What's an emotion?" And the reply, "It's a feeling." And what exactly is a feeling? I'll leave that up for all of you to decide. Socrates was pretty cool, even if his conversations made his students more angry than amused at him. But see, Socrates taught, overall, that the unexamined life is not worth living. He taught gianiphi siafton, which is Greek for simply, know thyself. Know yourself. Be aware of yourself. For us, knowing ourselves probably doesn't mean asking what a feeling is. For me, being aware of myself means making sure that the things I do are the things I want to do. Self-love and self-care are important, even if people try to tell you that they're not. There's nothing wrong with weakness, with admitting that you're weak, because it means you're human. Sharpen your strengths, of course, but be aware of your weaknesses and account for them. Every weakness is an opportunity, and it's through taking opportunities as they come that we are in turn able to grow. At this time, I'd like to ask you to look to the person on your left. Stare at them until they make eye contact, because they're probably looking at the person on their left. Say hi if you want, just to make this moment a little less awkward. Congratulations, you just acknowledged the existence of another person. They're a person, and they exist. And they even have feelings too, probably. Wow. In the most obvious sense, that was all of you being aware of others. I'd love to say that we are aware of other people all the time, but we're not. You have no idea what's going through the mind of that person next to you, and you probably never will. Behind each facade out there, there's problems. There's physical and emotional abuse. There's the struggle to make ends meet. There's death. There's self-hatred. There's eating disorders. There's depression, there's sickness, there's fear, there's loneliness. You never know what someone is going through, what someone has been through already. And that's why it's so hard to be aware of others. You don't see the world through their eyes. As the Native American proverb goes, you have not walked 2 moons in another person's moccasins. You cannot have their perspective. I'm sure if you did, if we all did, a lot more would get done in our lives. However, that's no reason to give up trying to understand others. It is through empathizing with the situations and perspectives of others that we can learn more about not just the other person, but ourselves as well. It's called being open-minded for a reason. A person is open to all the possibilities of forming connections with people of different backgrounds, open to the possibility of widening one's own perspective. Being aware of others, being aware that other people have feelings and are not just emotionless robots, will help toward bettering our society on the whole. Currently, we're all on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? On this rock, people hundreds of years ago drew imaginary lines and called each line a border to a different nation. They created their own identities based on these lines, based on how much exposure their skin received from the sun, and based on how they spoke. And then these people decided to fight over who had the best land, who had the best color of skin, who had the best identity. They forgot, as we often do, that we are all people, that we are all one species on this rock. They lost their awareness of the world around them, and that particular loss is one that we, as humans, must continuously attempt to rectify. With the technology of today, we can connect with more people than has ever been possible in the history of humanity. We live in a globalizing world where the things we do can be witnessed by hundreds of thousands of people. This generation, the one that's grown up with all this technology, has the opportunity of a lifetime. We can look at the problems of the world, and maybe we can even do something about them, if only we use the tools with which we've been provided. I've seen social media do beautiful things to raise awareness for a cause. Each of us may have a small point of view, but if we educate ourselves on the issues of the world and act in whatever small ways we can make more than ripples on the world stage. We can make waves. They always say to give back to your community, and you certainly should, but be aware that the world itself is your largest community. Give back in what ways you can to the world. The world needs each and every one of you, each and every one of us. Now, I'd like to admit that while I am a representative of the class of 2018, I am not representative of my student population. Some of us are going away to college, or staying home and commuting, or taking classes online, or stepping immediately into the workforce, or joining the armed forces, or taking another path in life. We all assembled here today to witness the end of one journey and the start of 547 more. This is the last time all of us will ever be gathered together like this. From here, so it goes, all our paths diverge. Some of us will never meet again, and some of us will see each other tomorrow. And we must be aware of ourselves, of others, and of the world around us. And we must be aware that as we go on, others go on as well, and the world goes on with all of us. So, class of 2018, I ask that for all our sakes, let our time in high school not be the best years of our lives. Let the best years of our lives be all the years of our lives, or at least the majority of them. Let us better our lives with each new day, with each new experience, so that we can, in turn, better the lives of those around us. Let us be citizens of the world, and let us face the problems of our world with unflinching eyes. Let us know ourselves, let us walk 2 moons in another's moccasins, and let us be aware of all the ways we can create change in our lives and in the lives of others. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome families, friends, and teachers of the 142nd graduating class of Altoona Area High School. Most importantly, welcome students, soon to be graduates of the class of 2018. Tonight we celebrate your hard work and accomplishments of the last 12 years. Over the past few days, it was my task to review the transcripts of each and every senior seated in front of me tonight. In reviewing each transcript, individual stories emerged. Stories of classes taken, interest expanded, grades earned, success realized, challenges overcome, and goals accomplished. The stories that your transcripts tell were written by your hard work. You should all be proud of your accomplishments, but the transcripts are only part of your story. Class of 2018, you have written a legacy that transcends the simple academic record of your progress and accomplishments. You have been a part of clubs, activities, teams, events, concerts, field trips, and presentations. You have excelled as a whole, you have excelled as individuals, and you have excelled as groups. Among your ranks this evening, we have a National Merit finalist, 49 National Honor Society members, 22 Presidential Academic Excellent Award winners, 3 National Technical Honor Society members, and 16 GACTC Senior Award winners. Collectively as a class, you have earned nearly $250,000 in scholarships. You have also ensured that the Altoona Area High School was named a U.S. News and World Report Bronze School for the 7th year in a row. Artistically, your class has shined as well. A total of 40 musicians and singers participated in PMEA district festivals. 25 students participated in district jazz festivals. 35 students participated in PMEA regional festivals, and 7 students participated in PMEA all-state festivals. Your visual arts have also graced the halls of AHS, as well as various spots around the community. The drama department brought home 14 different awards from the Isaacs this year, including Best Production. Athletically, you have a number of District 6 champions among your ranks. The golf team, boys soccer team, and boys volleyball team all brought home District 6 titles. The gymnastics team was league champion this year. The Mountain Lion hockey team was crowned Laurel Mountain League champion for the 2nd year in a row. You have 4 individual District 6 champs as well, and 1 state runner-up. 16 student athletes will be attending college next year on athletic scholarships. Both of the Blair County Hall of Fame scholar athletes are members of the Altoona Area High School class of 2018, as well as the recipient of the District 6 Dean Rossi Memorial Scholarship. Our cheerleaders participated in competition this year, as well as performing at the 2018 Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. Most importantly, the class of 2018 gave back to the community. Over $31,000 was raised to assist various local charities. 6,000 backpacks of food were prepared for students through the Mountain Lion Backpack Project. Members of the Student Council, as well as the jazz band, sponsored 2 different senior citizens dances. Student Council sponsored 3 different blood drives helping to save lives. You volunteered time and energy to the Brian Morden Foundation, the local Humane Society, and the Gloria Gates Memorial Foundation. Most recently, you helped to beautify the city's parks, playgrounds, and streets through the 7th annual Tuna Tune-Up event. The class of 2018 is impressive, most impressive. Your story does not end here, though. Tonight marks the last time that the class of 2018 is gathered together in one place at the same time. In a few short moments, you will leave this stadium as graduates and begin the next chapter of your lives. To send you on your way, I would like to borrow some words from one of my favorite authors, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson wisely states, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." I encourage every graduate here this evening to blaze his or her own trail. Take the lessons you have learned as students here at Altoona Area High School and make your mark on the world. Next, Emerson provides another truth that is appropriate for this evening. He writes, "What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you." Tonight, you leave high school behind you. You all have hopes, dreams, and aspirations in front of you. What is most important, though, is what you have inside you. Your drive, moral compass, and spirit will allow you to navigate the ups and downs, the twists and turns that life will throw your way. Finally, Emerson shares with us what I believe to be the most important piece of advice. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Graduates, this is key to your prolonged success and key to living a fulfilling life. To experience success, you will need to take risk. You will need to challenge yourself. You will need to take your own path. Failures will occur. Heed Emerson's advice and rise every time you fall. Your best self will be honored by will be honed by your failures, and your best self will be defined by how you handle adversity. Congratulations again, class of 2018. It has been my honor to serve as your principal for the past 2 years. Here's wishing you all the best in all that you do. At this time, we will present each member of the class of 2018 individually. We ask that you hold all applause and maintain a respectful silence so that all names can be heard when announced.
Natalie Holsey. Delaney Igo. Ethan Catcher. Megan McConnell. Sarah Corso. Bryce Dunio. Gabriella Pacharka. Jacob Wilt. Ezra Acacia. Tyler Berry. Kobe Bernhardt Horton. McKenna Bitar. Caitlin Burke. Kaylee Burke. Tiffany Conrad. Max Cronover. Mackenzie Detweiler. McKenna Dugan. Brandon Eichenlob. Cassidy Four. Abigail Elizabeth Frank. Zachary Givens. Vanessa Gill. Tara Gingrich. John Gordy. Lindsay Hallinan. Sarah Harmon. Isabella Harpster. Joshua Height. Joseph Hoff Jr. Joshua Hollingshed. Haley Hostler. John Keating. Jeremy Kern. Meredith Coons.
Elizabeth Manley. Jared Marasco. Karen McCloskey. Daniel McCoy. Avery McGinnis. Mason Nartades. Evan Knoll. Rebecca Paul. Tyler Patucci. Kayla Rosas. Madison Saylor. Taylor Schultz. Andrea Scott. Mara Skelly. Jessica Stevens. Kaylin Stoltz. Hunter Stoudnauer. Jack Sapenia. Nicholas Villano. Chase Wade. Marky Walton. Hunter Weidlich. Jewel Wyant. Layla Weiser. Jennifer Worley. Monica Yost.
Rachel Albright. Maria Anslinger. Madeline Ardrey. Helena Bosler. Michaela Berger. Michaela Balot. Hayden Boudelier. Michaela Voymaster. Braden Birchfield. Hannah Burkett. Betsy Burns. Amanda Chamberlain. Brittany Chesney. Kayla Clausen. Brianna Kondo. Anna DeRubis. Andrew Dixon. McKenna Dunio. Heather Perry.
Ready? Hannah Eberwine. Aaliyah Emlett. Cameron Fasek. Kendra Forston. Joshua Foster. Abigail Founds. Kashana Franklin. Hans Garman. Coleman Gibson. Caitlin Gibson, Jared Gillespie, Dayton Grassmeyer, Samantha Halfpenny, Talil Hamid, Jesse Hamilton, Emily Holland, Abigail Hoover, Seth Hufford.
Brandon Cayley, Daniel Kern, Morgan Kayonka, Amber Knott, Alexis Larson, Alexis Lyle, Cameron Lynch, Jocelyn Lynch, Jenna Lytle, Taylor Manley, Timothy McCall II, Parker McClellan, Jacob McCloskey, Shelby McCloskey, Jordan Merritts, Morgan Moyer, Carly Knoll, Lydia Orr,
Ready? Frankie Price, Javion Queen, Sierra Rhodes, Dominic Rafero, Madison Runk, Natalie Saylor, Dylan Seidel, Tyler Senzaba, Nicholas Serbin, Jacob Stolarski, Kari Stoltenberg, Mason Stump, Hannah Taylor, Charisma Tompkins, Trayvon Toney, Jade Walker, Haley Weber, Brendan Weber, Noah Zolnak.
Allison Adams, Fatima Ahmed, Aaron Albright, Sabal Ali, Jasmine Allen, Hannah Allwine, Jordan Allwine, Megan Anslinger, Aaliyah Augustine, Emma Ocker, Juanita Austin, Kayla Baker, Cassandra Bullets, Cassie Beery, Frankie Benden, Emma Bender, Erica Benson.
Tyler Adams, William Albright, Thomas Ardrey, Caden Ocker, Andrew Arant, Nicholas Bailey, Cameron Baldessaro, Tyler Bear, Michael Bartley, Damon Berry, Kane Berry, Joshua Blake, Ryan Bond, Luke Boslett, Taven Brubaugh, Kenneth Brown.
Madison Benton, Cassidy Berkheimer, Hannah Brodman, Faith Bongi, Chelsea Brown, Aaron Brown, Michaela Bryant, Caitlin Burley, Mariah Butler, Emma Rose Carruthers, Sarah Campbell, Jenna Carter, Victoria Sheridan, Janelle Coder, Mia Cooney, Allison Cornelius.
Aaron Bucher, Nathan Burkett, Christian Butler, Aaron Capps, Zane Klauser, Shamir Casimir, Matthew Kolobov, Chase Cover, Caleb Christ, Ryan Cunningham, Ryder Delansky, Logan DeArmit, Tyler Delozier, Alan Deal, Brian Eberhardt, Jeremy Earhart,
Ashley Costanzo, Shauna Cronover, Bryn Dennison, Hannah Doherty, Michaela Dieters, Megan D. Arman, Hannah Dietrich, Zaria Dokes, Megan Edmondson, Marlena Eslow, Alexis Fink, Alexis Finnegan, Laurel Four, Montana Fogel, Jendi Forshee, Jaden Fornari.
Ready? Okay. Nathan Everhart, Joseph Finelli, Nicholas Fink, Mason Ford, Trenton Gates, Austin Galt, Nicholas Giardino, Brandon Good, Kyle Forgas, Corey Graffius, James Gray, Mitchell Greaser, Jordan Green, Robert Hagan, Anthony Hammer, Hunter Hale.
Shaylin Fox, Ashley Futrell, Hannah Geist, Caitlin George, Sydney Glass, Erica Graham, Cheyenne Graham, Megan Groppensberger, Jamie Guzman, Kaylee Han, Trinity Hansen, Mackenzie Harf, Madison Heaton, Candace Henson, Emily Humbertson, Amanda Ickes, Tara Ickes.
Ready? Okay. Hayden Han, Jared Hanna, Cody Hurton, Tyler Hicks, Noah Holland, Joshua Hollopeter, Jaden Horvath, Tyler Hauk, Dylan Cavalettes, Dustin Jones, Isaac Kermansky, Jonathan Lasher, Collier Lettieri, Donato Lettieri, Benjamin Leberfinger, Bryson Leberfinger.
Hannah Imler, Unique Jones, Samantha Kelly, Summer Kelly, Taylor Kennedy, Mackenzie Kerwin, Ava Klein, Isabel Kohler, Alexis Kreis, Shania Lear, Eliza Learn, Fern Lothingridge, Michaela Madel, Excel Marcelli, Kayla Martinuska, Paige Matthews.
Okay, ready? Okay, Kyle Lingenfelder, Trenton Lopez, Tucker Love, Noah Loy, Anthony Mara, Matthew Major, Thomas Martino, Brett Matthey, Anthony Mazoff, Nathan Mock, Brandon McClellan, Ryan McCoy, Reese McDermott, Sean Makins, Alexander Menser, Hunter Merrill.
Michaela McCartney, Cheyenne McHale, Chevette McCauley, Emily McCauley, Courtney McCauley, Sierra McConnell, Kiera McCullough, Madison McMullen, Morgan McNulty, Devin Malott, Charisma Mercer, Melissa Meritz, Madison Melnick, Megan Mignon, Hallie Miller, Hannah Mitchell.
Okay. Devin Morrison, Alec Mosier, Charles Murtaugh, Noah Myers, Andrew Nace, Cameron Nagel, Colin Knoll, Sebastian Knoll, John O'Neill, Jr., Joseph Parisi, Jr., Benjamin Parrish, Zachary Peelmeyer, Robert Pope, Jr., Stephen Port, Nigel Queen, Nathan Rary.
Victoria Morgan, Mary Modico, Kyra Morris, Olivia Moser, Jessica Mowry, Brittany Moyer, Summer Moyer, Alexis Murray, Rebecca Musselman, December Nail, Allison Newberry, Alina O'Connor, Samantha Ormsby, Candace Outen, Hannah Palco, Olivia Parks.
You ready? Jalen Rhodes, Edward Richmond, Clayton Riggin, Samuel Rogers Jr., Matthew Rupert, Christian Schandelmeyer, Kyle Schleck, Jared Schmidhammer, Brett Schaefer, Derek Seeger, Nicholas Smith, Blake Slobodnik, Bruce Snyder, Isaac Snowberger, Ryan Stauffer, Nicholas Snyder.
Ashley Patterson, Haley Patterson, Mary Jada Patterson, Jesse Pencil, Cassidy Peshock, Marika Peters, Miranda Pesnola, Courtney Failer, Caitlin Piaggio, Rachel Piatti, Kaylee Potter, Marquita Potts, Rebecca Price, Sarah Price, McKenna Quinn, Melina Ratchford.
Okay, you ready? Okay. Trey Stillman, Evan Sutton, Philip Swartz, Nathaniel Thomas, Preston Tupon, Jonathan Turner, Shade Ulrich, Nicholas Urchek, Mitchell Van Ormer, Michael Vaughn, Tyler Wagner, Austin Walters, Tyler Webster, Scott Weston, Austin White, Gregory Williams,
Peyton Ratchford, Hannah Redding, Diane Reinhart, Nikita Rochester, Kaya Rowley, Alexis Rosa, Samantha Rosman, Bailey Ruggles, Jessica Sanker, Daisy Savino, Madison Schmidt, Brittany Cervello, Olivia Cervello, Megan Settlemeyer, Alexandria Shannon, Liza Showalter.
You ready? Jordan Wolf, Hunter Wilson, Brandon Wolf, Samuel Weiland, Avery York, Connor Zerby, Devin Brink, Robert Chathams, Zachary Feather, Ray Coral, Mitchell Malone, Gary Miller III, Zachary Roth, Thomas Vaughn II, Skylar Stone, Jacques Young,
Destry Smeal, Emma Smelly, Jillian Smith, Kristen Smith, Skylar Smith, Sage Smith, Sarah Sosi, Pandora Snowberger, Summer Sosi, Jordan Starbird, Sierra Stewart, Haley Strayer, Sierra Strunk, Julia Sunderland, McKenna Tragan, Brianna Treese.
Ready? Okay. Marcel Franklin, Colin Grasser, Eric McFarland, Isaac Grove, Brendan McCauley, Ralph McConnell, Cohen McCauley, David Ray, Sean Shea, Jared Smith, Ty Solt, Skylar Howell, Mark Ditzel, Joseph College, Curtis Dukes, Matthew Lockard,
Akira Tyler, Alexis Tregner, Jada Velos, Jalen Vogel, Jasmine Von Collin, Alyssa Walk, Megan Weathersby, Taylor Weathersby, Tia Weaver, Lauren Webb, Sarah Waddell, Kiera Wyant, Cassandra Witt, Bridget Weiland, Taylor White, Hannah Wills,
David McConnell, Tyler Novak, Ethan Ferguson, Curtis Gray, Kyrie Farr, Bryce Miller, Gregory Turchetta,
Madison Wilkes, Kaylin Wolf, Marissa Wambacher, Jessica Worley, Shania Young, Paige Bender, Justine Champano, Abigail Arendt, Alexis Berkey Kessler, Micaiah Clark, Mallory Colgrove, Allison Dodson, Ratiera Cunningham Hayes, Michaela Harbour, Kelsey Holiday, Ariel Grissinger, Alexandria Lewis, Hannah Howard, Danielle Miller, Gabrielle Harding, Kayleen Thompson, Ruby McFadden, Caitlin Luciano, Renee Taylor Parsons, Daisha Dietrich.
Will Bryce Dunio please come to the podium to offer his remarks?
To all of my fellow students, parents, relatives, educators, and administrators, thank you for joining us on this great day. Let me start by saying it has been an absolute honor to serve as your 2018 Altoona High Senior Class President. I would like to begin with a short story. A story that starts with a 15-year-old me and ends with a graduating us. Unlike most of you, I came to Altoona High, the Altoona school system that is, in the 10th grade. I did not know what to expect, nor did I know if I could assimilate. But to all of you, let me tell you what I found. I found a community, a student body that resembled that of a true community itself. A community that was and still is vibrant with ideas and unique personalities that are found nowhere but Altoona. A community that truly embraces what it means to be students united in a country so divided. A community that has its differences, but time and time again has come together as one like clockwork to collectively represent, mourn, and honor the fellow students who were not able to be here with us in the flesh and body, but are here with us in our hearts. I found a student body that was strong-willed and determined with their futures. All of us are preparing to start the next chapter of our lives and deciding how we can be contributing members of society. I've become good friends with many of you who are perhaps delving into the medical field, venturing into new scientific frontiers, materializing your own business dreams, and even being educated to come back one day to Altoona and teach a class of your very own. Many of you might still be unsure about what you wish to achieve in your lives. But there is not an ounce of doubt in my mind that you all have the fire inside you necessary for lighting a bright and prosperous future. I found a student body that resembled what being American is all about. Several of you have participated in numerous campaigns, nationwide movements, and organized protests, showing that you not only feel passionate about a plethora of issues, but that you will go out of your way to express your beliefs in our great nation. Our nation flourishes only when we all participate in it, and I have not an ounce of doubt in my mind that this class truly represents what America is, can be, and most certainly will be. To all of my fellow students, parents, relatives, teachers, and administrators, do not forget this moment, because from this moment on, our great student body is no longer simply high school students nor graduates. We are destined to move and mold America. We are a class of doctors, scientists, entrepreneurs, educators, leaders, lawyers, technicians, soldiers, and more. We will go our own ways, and for many of you, this may even be the last time you are alongside your fellow classmates. But no matter how much success you find in life or how far you go, never forget the one thing we all have in common. We are all mountain lions. As we leave here today, go on to be the best version of yourself and do not look back unless it is to see how far you've come. Always have pride in Altoona. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2018.
Will Mr. Dutch Brennan, President of the Altoona Area School Board, please come to the podium? Will the class of 2018 please stand? We need that in a minute. As the principal of the Altoona Area High School, I hereby attest that members of the class of 2018 receiving diplomas have met the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Altoona Area School District for graduation. Mr. Brennan, President of the Altoona Area School Board, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the senior class of 2018.
I have one comment. Over the last several years, we have watched you create social groups to help your classmates feel welcome, like Sparkle, participate in discussions about school safety and positive climate, dance with seniors at our senior citizen dance, and bless you, one of you even talked about serving on the school board. These are all selfless acts putting your community first, and please know that we are inspired by you. So, as president of the Altoona Area School Board, I declare the members of the class of 2018 who complete the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Altoona Area School District to be graduates of Altoona Area High School. It is my pleasure to present this first diploma to your president, Mr. Bryce Michael Dunia. On behalf of the Altoona Area School Board, I wish to congratulate you, wish you success in your endeavors, and want you to know that you make us proud. Thank you. Mr. Neely.
Graduates, please turn your tassel.
Mountain breezes from the golden west, breathe thy peaceful evening tidings to the HS. Whisper to us words of pleasure as the dim twilight softly gathers round our colors, dim maroon and white. Now the shades of night grow darker, birds have gone to rest, but the colors shine the brighter of the ages. Sinking sun behind the hilltops sighs a soft good night to the colors waving o'er us, dim maroon and white. Night has slowly crept around us, stars are shining bright, waving all so calm and peaceful, dim maroon and white. We will always sing thy praises, work for thy success. Hail to noble alma mater, hail to AHS.
Fellow students, parents, and distinguished guests, you have just witnessed the graduation ceremony of the Altoona Area High School class of 2018. It is my distinct honor to be one of the last people to address this class before we all begin the rest of our lives. Students, look around. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now, June 1st, 2018, 7:30 p.m. In trying to find whatever smidge of wisdom that I, an 18-year-old, can say to other 18-year-olds, I could not help but recall the final song from our school's production of The Drowsy Chaperone. As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. But still we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right nor right from wrong. It's no secret that our lives are going to be filled with success, but we are all going to fail and stumble from time to time. Life is a rough sea. It's going to be difficult, and you may hit rock bottom at some point and feel that it would just be best to just give up. But my message here tonight is that no matter how rough that sea is, you keep standing. But there's also a danger to success. It can bring out the best in you, or it can lull you into complacency. Aristotle once said, "You are what you repeatedly do." How you do anything is how you do everything. Therefore, excellence is not an act, it is a habit. Keep improving yourself every day to be the best you can possibly be. Mark Twain once said, "I've never let my schooling get in the way of my education." So just because we're all graduating here tonight does not mean that our education has stopped. Continue your excellence. Throughout life, remember that it is always better to aim high and miss than aim low and hit. That if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. So shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll still land among the stars. I have no doubt that in each of our lives we are going to do and experience some wonderful things and be incredibly successful. But what is the point of being successful if you're not happy with yourself? And if you remember anything about my speech here tonight, I want you to remember that as we leave here and begin our lives in whatever career path we take, remember that sometimes we should stop in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. We're all trying to reach that point in our lives where we think we're finally going to be fulfilled with ourselves, that all our goals have been met. But why can't we be happy with the way that we are right now? Be thankful for the time you have, because some days are long, but the years certainly are short. Right, parents? So make the most of your blessed life as you strive to reach that point. In closing, as we are guided, stumbling throughout our lives, remember to keep standing in the face of adversity that surely awaits us, to strive to be the best, most excellent person you can possibly be, to accept and move on from your failures, but never be complacent with your successes, and to stop once in a while and be happy with yourself as you continue to improve your life. So let's go to the moon, Altoona. Let's go to the moon and beyond. Let's leave a footprint on this earth that can never be filled in again. We are no longer the future. We are the present. Let's make the most of it. I can't wait to see how life turns out for you. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations to the newest Altoona Area High School graduates from the class of 2018. Best wishes from all the members of our National Altoona Area High School Alumni Association. We now have over 70,000 Altoona Area High School alumni. To recap this evening a little bit, Mr. Neely had spoken to the class about their work and accomplishments of the last 12 years. noting that their legacy transcends that which is listed on their transcripts. More than $250,000 in scholarships were awarded to the class of 2018. And he left them with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson: "The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall." Members of the Film Center staff are on the field today taking photos of individual graduates as they receive their diploma certificates. These photos may be purchased by contacting the Film Center located in the Pleasant Valley Shopping Center. We hope you have enjoyed this broadcast of the commencement service for the Altoona Area High School class of 2018. A special thank you to Doug Sipes, Mike Baker, and the MLTV student crew for making this possible today. The broadcasting team does a phenomenal job covering the activities of the school district throughout the school year. Also, thank you to Bridget Rogan and Tracy Biesecker, senior class counselors, for providing so many great facts about our graduates today. Mrs. Rogan and Mrs. Biesecker have worked hard behind the scenes with these students for the past 3 years. We thank you for watching. For the Altoona Area School District, I'm Paula Foreman. Have a wonderful evening, and on Altoona.